The Oral Proficiency Interview, or the OPI. It's a big deal. Okay, so it's a really big deal. Why? Because this could be the key to your future career. So the big question is, how can you pass it? Let's show you what a typical interview is like. Normally there are 3 stages. In the first stage, the interviewer will ask you to introduce yourself. As simple as this may appear, don't wing it. Be prepared with topics you know a lot about. Make sure that these topics are interesting and engaging. Maybe you could talk about the college you attend, your career plans, or your major. What are you passionate about? Something else you could talk about is things that you like, such as Star Wars or other interests you may have, such as hobbies. Do you like to dance? Do you play an instrument? Talk about these things. Our first tip for you is be prepared with topics you can talk about. Our second tip for you is be interesting. Interesting is better because your interviewer wants to have an engaging conversation. In the second stage, your interviewer wants to see your abilities in the target language. As a result, in this second stage, he or she will probably ask you about things you used to do in the past. This could be anything from your childhood to what you used to do in the summer. So, did you jump on the tramp when you were little? Did you like to read or play soccer with a friend? Again, prepare specific memories you could share. Next, he will most likely ask you about what a typical day in your life is like. Be prepared to use reflexive verbs, vocabulary, etc. In stage 3, your interviewer will most likely ask you about recent events that have been happening in your country. The best thing you can do is to be up to date on current events. Find a story that, again, you can talk about. You will most likely be asked your opinion on the story. Tip: preparing with a controversial news event in mind will allow you to better give your opinion. Was it a good thing? Was it bad? Do you agree? Also, be aware that politics could possibly come up. The last section of your interview will probably be a role play. Your interviewer will take on some sort of role like your best friend, a policeman, or a teacher. You get the idea. Your interviewer will describe a situation and you will be required to act appropriately in the target language. Here we have the example of buying ice cream. Other examples could be anything from borrowing something and breaking it to telling your parents why you're home late. All of this will most likely occur at a basic interview, so let's review. Be prepared to talk about school, the recent news, your opinions, future plans you may have, your current work or future career, things you used to do, your hobbies, and what a typical day in your life is like. You may not be asked to talk about all of these topics, but practice so you can be ready. Now, a few tips. First off, and we have already mentioned this before, be prepared. Have a plan of things that you can confidently talk about so that you can show off your linguistic skills. Next, be polite and formal. In some languages, there are 2 ways to say the word you, or to be more respectful. Use these forms of speaking all throughout the interview. This will not only impress your interviewer, but also show that you culturally understand your target language. Next, talk, and a lot. They want to see the skills you have in the language. This is your time to shine, so don't be afraid to keep talking. Also, if you don't know a word, describe the word. Describing the word shows off your strategic competence in the target language. So, last tips to remember. Be formal and polite. If you don't know a word, describe it. Be prepared. And relax and have fun. This will allow you to be yourself and truly show off your skills. Good luck!